One important thing to remember is that expose for the dress. We want to find this true colour here. It may blow out the sky, but the important thing is to get the true colour of the dress and the bride's face. Your camera might be switched to automatic, but you may have a plus or minus on your exposure, and it's best to minus the light coming in just a little bit to get the exposure right. Don't forget, we're trying to shoot, one person here is in white and the other person's in black, and we're trying to get a balance between. Always shoot for the bride, for the white dress, because you get a lot of reflection there, and the bride will always want to see detail in the dress. No one's very interested in getting the detail of the groom's suit. Okay, I've asked the bride to sit in the car now, and just looking in here, I'm not getting a really good shot. It's not glamorous enough. So what I'm missing is the lovely edge of the car, the seats and the leather. So I'm going to ask Tamara to sit forward on the edge of the seat so she's not sitting right back in. It's not a good shot. Sit forward, Tamara, and lean on this. Just one arm, and lean down and look out the car a little bit. Now look at me, Tamara. Okay, now we're going to move the bride again. We're going to have our arm outside the car, fingers spaced, or just push like that. Always ask permission to touch the bride. We'll bring this arm up in here, and we'll get her to look out over there. That's a lovely shot. It's always good to not have the bride looking exactly at the camera, or it looks too staged. This looks as though we've caught her in a moment. What we're trying to do here is we're getting a progression of shots. Now the bride has arrived in the car, of her looking out at guests, looking at her to see if the groom's here, who's here, and we're going to get photos of her progressively moving out of the car. We're going to ask Tamara now to start moving out. We'll open the door. Always help with the dress, because these dresses are very heavy. The bride's not used to wearing something like this. Now sit on the very edge of your seat and lean down there and still be just looking at us like that. Tilt the head the other way a little bit. That's it. Lovely. Now I'm going to shoot this up close, then I'm going to shoot it from right back here, and I'm going to come down on my knees to get the whole bride in. Again, we're using a flashlight with a softbox. These are an inexpensive Lumiquest. They're about $80, but it softens that harsh light, and we're getting the whole bride with a soft light here. It's normal for the chief bridesmaid or the father who's travelling in the car to come around and help the bride out of the car, or today we have the driver of the car will help as well. So Dave, if you help her get out, and we're going to sit Tamara onto the running board of the car. For this shot, we're going to get Tamara to sit on the running board of the car, and we're going to take this photo from down low looking up. So we'll just sit Tamara just down the corner there. That'd be lovely. Sideways. We don't want her sitting with the legs out. We want to get this a sideways picture. Again, we're going to spread, just wrinkle the dress up a little bit, make it look interesting. We might get you to even put your arm down like that and turn the head. See how Tamara's tilting the head like that? And always be aware of stray hairs on the face, because that can cause you a lot of grief in Photoshop or on film. It's going to remain. So see how she's looking down and dreaming of something else at the moment. So we'll take this photo now. Peter, can I have the camera? Again, I'm coming down nice and low for this, and I'm looking up at the bride, trying to capture most of the dress. When we've posed the bride, it's great to move around and get every angle possible, because you don't know the shot that's going to really stand out at the end. So I'm going to move around. I'm going to take some from up, looking down. What's very important to remember is you've got a lot of different light situations inside a church. Up the end, we have natural daylight coming through the stained glass windows. We have the sun coming through the side windows. We have various spotlights, etc. All different globes. What we've got to aim to do is put the speed up of your camera or use a faster film. A 400 film would be great for this situation. We're going to use flash and non-flash. The only time we can use flash in a church is when we're close to the bride and groom, because the flash is hopeless over 10 feet. It also can be annoying to the minister and to the church congregation, someone buzzing around with the flash going. Always ask your minister beforehand what they're happy for you to do and what not. We're going to use a tripod in the church for shots where we're back a long way, we can't use a flash, we're using a slow speed on our camera with 400 film to capture the ambient light, and it'll light up the church beautifully, but we can't hand hold the camera. Definitely need a tripod, but when we're up close to the bride and groom, we need to be there with a flash if there's not much light. When we're taking photos in a church, the first photos we want to get nailed away when there's not much happening in the service but songs, some prayers, maybe a singer, etc., is to get a long-range photo of the whole church. Now what we need to do is take this landscape or portrait. Now I'm going to take this one portrait first, then we're going to move around to a landscape shot. Now remember, we're at 400 and a slow speed, so we're again using the tripod. Now this shot is taken without a flash because our flash won't reach much past 10 pews and it will make the rest of the room go dark. So we want to steer away from that as much as possible, so definitely use a tripod for all of these type of shots. At the early part of the service, we've got about a good 15 minutes to get this particular shot. Now I've shot with a wide angle lens to get everybody in, but now I'm going to change to a zoom lens so I can zoom in more on the bride and the groom. Don't forget here, we're going to zoom in on the bride and groom using a good lens, a 150-200 lens, and we're going to take the shot 400 speed or 400 film. And always don't forget to put it on a tripod because we need a slow exposure to bring up the ambient light. One, two, three. What we're going to do now is we've taken the back shot, we're going to take a side shot looking at the bride and the groom. We're first going to pick up a shot of the groom, and then we're going to go to the other side and take a shot of the bride. Now we're well out of the way of the congregation here. We've moved up the side of the aisles. We're still out of the way. We've been unintrusive in the whole shoot so far. 3. We're taking the photos now from the front of the church, still with no flash. I've set the camera on a tripod again with the same settings, and what we can't do is speak to the bride and groom and say, hey, move in together or something like this. So before you actually shoot the bride and groom, earlier that day or the day before, you tell them if you say go like this, that means come together closer, or chin up. Just give them a few little signs that they understand, and they'll do that, because now we're going to have a minister standing here marrying them. And that's the shot. We want to get a photo behind with them looking forward or looking down with the minister, so we can't